Okay, follow me. This way is fastest. We'll have to take the elevator up to...
Oh, brilliant!
Hey! Slow down. I'm begging ya.
What is it? No one's gonna try any funny business when the street is this packed, right?
Oh, well...
Come on, spit it.
Do you see that group of people over there? Those are my relatives.
Wow.
Once they start buying things, they won't stop perusing till it gets...
They're your family, not your...
No, it's not... I'm just... Not that... It would be best if we could steer clear of them. I'll explain more when we have the chance, but... Right now...
The left side looks pretty packed. Let's go straight. Slow and steady wins the race.
Let's wait here for a second. Maybe my aunt will leave.
She's gone. Let's go.
Turn left. Run! To the right, and... Wow, you guys are good.
That was nothing. It was a piece of cake.
You really liked it, huh? Ooh,
As long as you don't wind up drowning, Pun.
hey, Uncle Jergway. These are my friends, the Traveler and Paimon. They came to deliver some goods with me. So...
Yes, I should thank you both for your trouble as well. Please take a...
No need. We'll be off soon anyway.
Hey, we're already here, aren't we? No harm in taking a load off for a bit. Plus, I know the Secure Transport Agency has some... Anyway, you just sit down and relax, Uncle Jergway. Who would I be if I just sat here and let you go through all the... I have to be up and about to drop these goods off anyway. What's a little extra time on my feet? Oh, you aren't too picky, right, Traveler? I know Paimon prefers things on the sweeter sides.
Aw, you noticed what Paimon liked?
How long have you two known Gaming?
Oh, not long at all. We just kind of He's just a super welcoming guy.
That's just... A while ago, one of our guards had to take off work. Gaming personally went all the way to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get... That young man has such a good head on... I mean, there is his dad.
Uncle Yongzan says he doesn't have the personnel to spare for this delivery right now. So what do you think, Uncle Jirgui? Should I go ahead and deliver it instead?
Feels like we've troubled you enough.
It's kite-making materials, though. Could be for a kid. I'm sure the sender wants it delivered before lantern writing. Oh, by the way...
All right, then. Deliver it if you want.
Ooh, are you free in 2 days? How about we grab some dim sum from Shinya Kiosk? My treat, and don't even think about trying to pay.
Whoa, that's way too
Don't mention it. Just think of this as a thank you for all your help. Besides, the thing between me and my family...
Sounds good! Paimon never says no to free food.
Alright, then I'm off. See you in 2 days. Oh, and Paimon, make sure not to eat too much before then. Don't say...
Is he underestimating Paimon? She's just gonna have to show him how much she can really eat. Anyway, is Gaming's family situation really that complicated? He has such a happy-go-lucky personality. Plus, he's an enthusiastic and diligent worker.
How should I put it? Since he already plans to tell you himself, you seem to be around the same age, so you might have a lot in common. Perhaps you could help him talk things through. Consider it a favor to me.
If you have the time, maybe you can I can say, we provide aid in spades.
Well, I can certainly...
Wait, seriously? Paimon was just joking, but if you're going to get us something, she'd much...
Seems like... Would you like some more tea?
No, thanks. We came all this way and still haven't gotten we should see the kinds of kites they got. Maybe they'll have ones you can't find in Liyue.
All right, then. Please do let me know if you'd like more tea. You're welcome to...
Only with solid practical training.
What are you doing here?
The way you speak, one might have presumed you were displeased to be in one's presence. Take note, Paimon. You could learn a thing or two about how to...
Ugh, starting on the elder stuff already. Shouldn't you be back in your cave tinkering away at some kite-related thing? And what's with that huge box next to you? Ah! Paimon gets it. Yay!
And what of it? The Qixing's decision to integrate Fontanian technology into said... Did you expect one to willfully compete against the whimsical trends of worldly sentiment? Or perhaps even fall to petty sulking over...
It's not that we think those things exactly. That's just what Mountain Shaper and Mooncarver told us. Or Chia something and... Anyway, they went to Liyue Harbor to look... Tianyin?
It appears time has quite flown since one... One shall have to bring them back some divine herbs to atone... A great thought has illuminated one's mind once again. Perhaps you two could wait here whilst one performs this task. It'll be but a moment.
Huh? Wait, here? You're really just gonna ditch us here to watch your step? Oh, that woman really just does whatever she wants. Hey, not you too, Traveler! Oh, all this Paimon ditching is super not appreciated. Just come back soon, okay? Paimon doesn't want...
Welcome. Please have a look around. We only sell teas of the finest quality, sourced directly from Chaoying Village.
Now, that sounds promising. 1, 2 boxes will do.
Wonderful. By the way, we're actually running a special lantern rite promotion. Buy 3 boxes, get 10% off.
20% off 4 boxes. Then 4 shall suffice.
I see. Are you intending to give these as gifts? If so, perhaps I can interest you in these Look at the magnificent design! And the red ribbon gives quite the festive flair, don't you?
10 boxes. Seems rather excessive.
10! A nice round number, don't you think? Of course.
That is agreeable. I will have these boxed up then.
Of course, right away.
I see you have quite the eye for fine items, mademoiselle. Perhaps some of my wares might also be of interest to you. I'm a toy merchant from Fontaine. You'll get nothing but the finest and most intricate...
Perhaps you could enlighten me then. When...
Well, that is, of course...
There is no need for that.
Mademoiselle...
Give me your newest and finest model, and be sure to package it securely.
Ah, of course. Here you go. The instruction manual is...
I can do without. Thank you. Many watchful eyes surround this place. There is no harm in bringing it back to study in secret.
Did your shopping go smoothly?
Naturally. One may not delight in social interactions, but that does not mean one lacks And you two? Are you not here to purchase things?
We just haven't had time yet. It doesn't look like there are...
You are also planning to participate in the kite flying. One means to say, one has been entreated to share one's kite-making expertise. And indeed, one had no choice but to acquiesce to these requests.
Oh!
Shuyu, Shenhe, Ganyu, and Yayo.
Wow, that's cool. Also, this is all pretty well, Xianyun, but it's not like you have to make your own...
Ha! You speak of those equipped with the mechanical lifting device, do you not? The mechanism that one has developed was the fruit of millennia of meticulous study. It is composed of materials as light as bamboo and as strong as iron. This composition grants it the lightness of weight to ascend into the... Never mind. It is unlike...
It sure seems like you want to talk about...
So, will you be attending the...
Huh? Wait, you've been trying to...
All right then. No need to prepare them. Arrive at Mount Outsong in 2 days. I shall be expecting you.
Are you leaving? Don't you want a guard to help you with that big box?
Surely you jest. One goes as one pleases. For what reason would one need to rely on another?
It can float? What kind of invention is that?
One calls it the floating toting device.
Huh. She seems pretty proud of that one. Look at her walk down the street. She seems so confident. But everyone around her is looking at her. But anyway, that box of hers seems to be full of those mechanical lifty... not that Paimon was peeking or anything. She just... got a bit unsteady for a second and wouldn't you know it, all the stuff inside almost came bursting out. Paimon even went out. All Paimon say is that Xianyun sure does try hard to save face. What did she call it again? A crude piece of mortal machinery? Paimon bet she just can't. Totally. We should probably act like we didn't see anything, though. You know, in consideration of her feelings. After all, that is the... I've never had dim sum at Shinue Kiosk before, but it should be quite the feast for sure. Ooh, and that's Paimon's stomach right on cue telling her it's time to go find Gamin. Let's go!
Oh, you're here early. I just ordered.
Let's all take a seat.
Here, hand me your cups.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, you weren't supposed to drink that, Paimon. That was for you to rinse your utensils.
That's a Wow, so much delicious food.
That's just how we do it where I'm from. Most of the time, though, I don't eat lunch after dim sum.
Oh, that's good to hear. Paimon doesn't need to worry.
Eat! If it's not enough, we can always order more. Oh, and there's tong soy coming as well. What about you, traveler? Is the food to your liking? Want some more seafood congee? Let me refill your...
Paimon's gonna take you up on that. Fill it up nice and full and make sure she gets a few... So full. That meal was so... Oh, listen. Paimon's figured it out. Let's think about this for a second, Gaming. You invited us to this awesome restaurant and ordered a whole That would explain why you try to keep your friends and family...
Are you confusing me with
Huh? You know Xingqiu?
Well, when you're on the road as much as I am, you hear all sorts of rumors. More often than not, that means knocking on some doors to find out for yourself.
Oh, you truly are a man of many talents, young Master Gami.
Okay, enough with the teasing. Sorry to burst your bubble.
What? Oh, Paimon, thought she was on.
My dad is just an ordinary tea merchant. Small scale stuff, you know? I wouldn't even. My dad. He always wanted me to inherit, but that's just not who I am. It's not who I am.
Have you ever talked to him about it? You know, about your interests and aspirations?
Of course I have. I told him I wanted to be a wushu dancer. That I wanted all of Tevat to. According to my dad, though.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm sure he thought I would come around eventually, but wushu dancing has always been the. One day, he tried to get me to visit some other tea merchants to start building the right relationships, but I refused to go. We got into a huge fight. In the end, I was so angry that I ran away from. Don't get on my case just yet, okay? No. I know that it wasn't the right way to go about. But my dad's stubborn. No matter how hard I tried to convince him, I knew talking would only get me so far, but if I made it big and Lee a heart.
Coming.
But I'm sure you both already know how that's going. Wushu dancing's just not. In the past, I would go door to door from store to store, asking if they would be interested in hiring a performer. And you can't just rely on dreams to put food on the table, right? So I found a job as a guard. Still, change takes time.
Paimon understands.
Okay, enough of all that serious talk. Our tea's getting cold.
Actually, we told Xianyun that we would go to her kite-making workshop.
Oh?
Are you interested in kite-making, Gum?
Oh, no. It's just that I happen to know Auntie Xianyun.
That title certainly humanizes her a bit.
Oh, I know that she's an adeptus. I met her during a delivery once. But hasn't she been in the city lately? She came to see me a few days ago to ask about luminescent dyes. Oh, wait a second.
Is that not?
It's one thing to use it on cloth, but applying it to paper is another matter entirely. Why couldn't she?
Yeah, she does seem to have trouble with.
It would be such a shame if everyone worked so hard on their kites only for them to get ruined in the end. Okay, I'll go with you. If Aunt.
Great! The more the merrier! Ganyu! Ganyu! Come on, wake up! Some friends have arrived!
Hello, friends.
Ganyu!
Oh, I have some mint oil. Perhaps we should try that. A guest at Wanmin Restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried. Apologies in advance.
Wait! Shenhe! Not there!
See? It worked.
Are you okay, Ganyu?
I'm fine. I just feel chilly all over.
Was it that effective?
Chilly, huh? Master always says a cool head leads to a calm. Paimon doesn't think that...
I feel a bit better now. Was I asleep? Must have been around the time I usually...
Did you not sleep last night? Perhaps you should come work at Wanmin Restaurant with me. We get off at 10 on the dot every night without...
I could never. I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me? My name is Gong.
Gaming. The name people tell me you're an extremely
Well, you know me.
My name is Ganyu. This is Shenhe. And this is Yao Yao.
It's an honor to finally meet you all. Oh, you must be here for Auntie Xianyun.
Yes. I have neither made nor flown a kite before.
Me too! I want to participate in the kite flying. Plus, it's more meaningful if your best friend didn't come. Well, Chi-Chi's been super busy helping Dr. Baiju lately. Oh, I also brought bandages and ointment with me today. It's easy to cut your...
Wow, you're really thoughtful.
As for myself, I'm afraid I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite and just enjoy the festive city atmosphere with everyone. But Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors, wanting us to have the best there is. It was so thoughtful of her to arrange this workshop, so I simply couldn't... My motivation for being here might be a little different, yes. But I'm ready to put in just as much effort as ever.
Well, we're all here, but where the...
Who is it that speaks of oneself in such an ill-tempered tone?
Oh, come on! You clearly heard Paimon!
Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Come get it while it's still warm.
Oh, Paimon's sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were the smartest, coolest, and prettiest Adeptus. Someone as wonderful as you is sure to have brought enough for So delicious. Paimon's life is complete.
It appears that we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. The materials are over here. The regular dyes and luminescent ones have been As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made sure to listen to the instruction.
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and less on the listening. Paimon knew she could count on you, Traveler.
One will wait under this tree and avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you have any trouble.
We're not in any hurry to get started. Why don't we...
Hey, Gaming! Want to team up?
Huh? But I have to participate?
You're that unenthused by...
No, it would take too long to explain. What do you think, Shiyu? Is there a particular...
I want to swap!
That might be...
True, but I still...
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from...
I see. My apologies. I shall remember that in the...
Thank you. No harm done.
Good. Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything this time.
Huh? Please, I told you. Just call me Ganyu. Well, all right. Just be gentle.
Firm to the touch with no discernible temperature. Oh, not unlike certain medicinal... Oh, still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. I see. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead next time.
Oh, no need. I'll just... Anyway, we should perhaps we should...
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along swimmingly. Auntie Cloud Retainer, look! Am I doing it right?
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design,
Yep.
One is...
What color are you going to make it, Yao Yao? I haven't decided yet. If I make it blue...
If you are asking for one's own opinion, when giving a gift, the key consideration is the recipient's feelings, is it not? One imagine...
Oh, hey, I never told you the kite was for Chi-Chi.
With age comes wisdom, child. One
Oh, cool. Thanks, I'm gonna start painting.
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression that one was supposed to be doing the...
We actually haven't started yet, but we're going to start, right... We should get started on our kite now. Let's go. First, we have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at? Oh, that's not a completely crazy idea. If nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite could at least make sure you never get lost on your travels and always find the tasty... Maybe we're not exercising enough artistic license. Ooh, we should exaggerate this a bit. How about this? The word Paimon means the guardian angel of travelers. Now, what expression should we give her? Ooh, like this? Ooh! The title of Champion Kite Flyer is mine! Now that we've decided, let's... It's done! Paimon has to say. Kai Paimon might even rival real Paimon in terms of cuteness. Now we just have to attach the string, right?
All right, gather around, everyone.
Oh, Shenyun's calling us!
Let one take a look.
Wow! Ganyu and Shenhe made a scissor-tailed swallow! It's so pretty!
Yep. The coloring makes it look a lot like Master.
If the tail wasn't split in two like that, it might even be a spitting image! If you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go outside the lines. Did you?
I did the painting. I stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the color. Or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form? Even when she stands before us in human form, all I can...
Oh! Well, now that you mention it, Paimon can see it too!
Exactly. So I simply...
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow. The disciples of Adept...
You are most filial, Shenhe. One is flattered by the light.
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks very majestic. I'm sure it'll look even more impressive as it soars through the sky.
The eyes and ears glow in the dark, so you're sure to see it at night. Your golden finch is cute too, Yao Yao.
It's all thanks to Auntie Cloud Retainer's guidance.
What about your kite, Traveler?
Ta-da! Here it is!
Its self-important countenance bears a strike...
It makes her look like she's already won the competition. Well, that's gonna happen one way or...
Is that the Jade Chamber?
Oh? dares attempt such a flagrant display of impropriety? Oh, and to do so by making use... one simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence. Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Cloud Retainer! Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud Retainer?
Master's going to be okay, right?
I'm more worried about the person who released the kite.
There's wind up ahead! Looks like we can glide over! It's right there!
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings. Someone among us was not sufficiently attentive.
Calm yourself.
One believes it drifted in the direction. Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but...
Your concern is Miss Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or on the subject of said kite, however. One simply must remark on the genius.
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess such a thing, we can both say farewell to any...
One presumes that this kite belongs to you.
Huh?
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted.
One's fault. One seems to recall that releasing the kite was no solitary and... Say something, Mountain Shaper.
Further explanation shall only fan the flame.
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice during Lantern Rite.
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not.
That is not our kite.
Oh, so an adeptus such as one's...
Ah, you're an adeptus? I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain.
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... mint! Well, and if that's all...
We finally caught up. You sure do fly... Mooncarver? Mountain Shaper? What are you doing here?
You?
Okay, now, Paimon...
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through...
Then you are not angry?
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also...
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive... However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require a deftness of...
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer.
One has guests to attend to. Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
We're leaving already?
They're back.
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired themselves out playing with their kites. Gao Ming offered to escort them home.
Before he left, he said something.
Oh? What?
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars. He looked quite dejected.
Now that you mention it, Gao Ming did seem to have a rather strange
A reflection of himself. If I were a kite, I would cherish that tether as a symbol of kinship.
Shenhe?
It may... If Gaming truly sees a kite as a reflection...
Well, People often have different points of view depending on...
Just like some people can eat spicy
Exactly. That's why tolerance and understanding are...
Tolerance and understanding?
We were just chatting. You don't have to...
One was merely doing a bit of cook. Night fast approaches. If you are otherwise or not...
Oh, it's been so long since...
Worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. One is more than familiar with everyone's culinary proclivity.
Hey! Paimon's hungry too! It's not like the dim sum and...
Shenhe, Ganyu, come with me.
Whoa, what's with all the secrecy? You're not trying to play favorites, Art. If you're ready to serve the food, we can help keep...
What are my orders? Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
The campaign begins.
I can feel the wind brushing against my legs. Is the headpiece secure? I should have asked Cloud Retainer to check before I stepped outside.
How do we look?
Huh? She asked them just like that?
You look pretty too, Ganyu! Oh, how should Paimon put it? You both look so...
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor and... What colors have you been partial to lately, Shenhe?
Lately? Why is Cloud Retainer so...
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has inherited...
The color black doesn't get dirty easily. A virtue I've come to value recently.
And you, Ganyu?
I favor blue and black.
And the material is sufficiently comfortable, yes?
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough, Cloud Retainer.
Thank you, Master.
One is content, as long as you are pleased with the gift. One hopes these garments...
Seems like your supreme cuisine machine is just getting better and better, Xianyun! This golden crab's particularly good. The shell's deliciously crunchy, and the meat inside is so succulent and sweet! Paimon, it's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know, with chopsticks.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop, and he spent the whole afternoon looking after Oh, well. One will just have to extend...
It's rare for someone to make such a good impression on you, Cloud Retainer.
One has high standards. He appears to be a young man of much merit, and one is not the type who would see such potential squandered.
It appears that he wishes to break free from the kite string that...
Kite string? Huh, what strange metaphors you speak in, Shenhe. Ever since you returned from one...
Where do we even begin? Oh, do you...
One has only heard that the two are...
He ran away from home and hasn't been back since.
Oh?
Ran away, you say?
Oh, okay.
What?
This shall not do. Lantern Rite fast approaches. We must make haste. As one was contacting various tailors around Liyue, one could not help but be reminded of he possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had an exquisite eye, not just for at a gathering of adepti. Bonanas once complained in secret to some of the ladies in attendance that the skirt Minogi. However, when one asked Minogius his opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adeptal countenance by exemplifying a certain elegance. Minogius was that type of person. And later... one means to say that Lantern Rite... It is a time to address problems before they turn. Fate is fickle. The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and misfortune can befall any of us without design.
That's nice.
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retainer?
Perhaps adeptal arts could be of use.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Combining our Aha! One has... How about this? Does that make sense to everyone?
Yep. Oh, Paimon...
One's designs never fail. Now then, I counsel rest for all, and to make the necessary...
Time to carry out the plan! Let's go find Gaming. Hope everything goes well. Sees you've certainly gotten... Who won this time? You the one buying dim sum again?
Hey, when you put it like that, it makes...
Ah, perfect, you're all here. There's an important commission.
Alright, I've got the time.
Well, it's not just goods this time. I need you to escort it.
Sure. What's this
Here.
If the client's that important, then this must be a very crucial, very pressing commission, right?
Of course, the sooner you complete it, the better. I would advise you to depart...
Alright, don't work too hard now, Longjo.
You're a bit quiet today, Gaming. Oh, do you want Paimon to tell a story?
We're almost there. I'll take a rain check on that.
Hello, you must be the tea merchant heading to Liyue Harbor.
Dad?
Oh, so you're Gaming's father. It's nice. Just leave this delivery to him. Trust Paimon. He's got everyone at the Secure Transport Agency says as much. Even
Seems like you've made some sort of name for yourself at least.
The goods are all in order?
Yes, they're all here.
Then let's get going.
a very important client has asked for you. Paimon doesn't know how we would explain ourselves if you just didn't.
I see. I suppose I will have to trouble you all.
We've been walking for so long. Is anyone tired? How about we stop and rest for a bit?
I'm fine.
Gaming, don't you usually have some delicious snacks on you? Come on, bring them out so we can share them.
I'm fine. Thank you.
But the winter melon cake he gave us last time was so delicious. Have you ever tried it before, Mr. Ip?
Paimon. This place looks nice and open. Why don't you all...
Huh?
I'm not tired. I'll keep walking.
Oh, but...
Just let him go.
Okay, we'll just share amongst ourselves then. Did you know, Uncle Ip?
Halt! Who goes there?
It appears that one's movements were overly conspicuous.
Enough of your musings. Focus. Focus on the matter at hand. Present your exquisite ornaments at once.
Indeed. Bring them forth readily and without...
What do we...
It seems as if these two are... It won't be difficult to subdue them, but they might have something else waiting in store for Dad. Leave this to me. Traveler, Paimon, take my dad in the...
No, Gaming. It's too dangerous.
This is what I do.
A thorny foe indeed. Let us depart and seek a target softer in blows and
Don't think I'm gonna let you off so easily.
Away! Let us away!
Coming!
Don't worry, he's a great fighter. Paimon's even seen him take down a dozen or so treasure hoarders all
But Coming, if he had just stayed by my side and learned the...
We just have to trust him. Let's go on ahead. We'd best get away.
All is going to plan.
Okay, we should be good to stop Yangli. Oh no, what is he doing here?
Good sir, please, listen to me. Reel in your line and leave this place as quickly as you can. There are bandits in the area.
Bandits? Acting in broad daylight? Oh. Ah, I see. It appears many people are catching a chill as of late. If your throat is bothering you, Paimon.
Nope, no need.
If there are indeed bandits in the area, then we should inform the Millilith at once. Oh? Well, if that... Such matters are best left to those with the
I suppose you're right. If ordinary people like us got involved, we would only cause more trouble.
Since we find ourselves otherwise unoccupied in this beautiful...
Uncle Ip does have a reason to...
Gaming. The name sounds somewhat familiar.
Oh, have you seen him perform?
Indeed. I cannot help but admire his skill. He truly encapsulates the... Usho dancing has become more well known in Liyue Harbor recently. However, although, if you ask me, what truly deserves admiration, I have heard many of my acquaintances praise Gaming for his kind, selfless, and courageous disposition.
Seems like Zhongli has decided to skip the format.
Well, he's a hard worker.
You should be sure to tell him you think that...
Your son is young yet. It's normal for... It's understandable to find talking about such things in person difficult. If there's a particular...
No. It wouldn't be right. I've been in the tea business for most of my life. Over the past few years, I heard how well he was doing for himself. When you're young, you can handle all that physically taxing. Every time I get to thinking like that, I cannot help. I often regret introducing him to wushu dancing as a kid.
It is only natural for a parent to strive to send their child down the right path. No one would begrudge you that sentiment.
You seem quite young, Mr. Zhongli.
Your words are too kind. Truth be told, one of my... Rather than fretting about their future, however, she prefers to let them find their...
Then she's more easygoing than I could ever be. I meant to say earlier, there is no...
Sure.
So, do you also...
That's not exactly what I was hoping to convey. Only a fool would ask a parent not to worry about their child. As my friend once said, if your children are aiming for the stars, clipping their wings... You need not reproach your heart for caring. Indeed, with such a big heart, why not allocate the time you usually spend worrying about Gaming to the pursuit of other things?
The blink of an eye.
Children grow up in quite the same way, do they not? Day after day, year after year.
Yes, you can say that again.
Zhongli certainly has a way... Oh, Gaming is back! Hey, Gaming, we're over here!
Dad, Traveler, Paimon. Good, you're all here. Oh.
A fated meeting.
Well...
What does that mean?
Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
Huh?
I'll come right out and say it. Those two bandits... Can't look me in the eye, huh?
Okay, but...
At first, their mannerisms seemed a bit stilted. But once I got close, it was obvious that I was right on their tail, and it should have taken only a few steps to catch up to them, yet people with that level of skill would have gone about things differently from the start. Unless, of course, their real motive...
Wow, you're pretty quick on the up.
I just have a lot of experience. I've dealt with many a ruthless bandit in my time, but in the end, I told them they would make good guards if they ever wanted to get back on the straight and narrow, and that they could hang out with me in Liyue Harbor.
You ever consider you might be a little too good?
I'm guessing you guys were trying to help resolve things between my dad and me? I appreciate it, I really do, but this conflict between us has been going. Even if those two were real bandits, and I was able to subdue them and show him what I was capable. You've seen the way he talks to me.
It's not like that at all! Your dad really... Zhongli was talking things through with him, and he nearly... You don't believe us?
He won't let it go. He can say as much as he wants to other people, but he won't talk to me.
You told us you wanted to prove yourself to your dad. Why don't you...
Will that even do anything?
You won't know unless you try. Just like how you won't know if something is... Listen to us. It's time to put these people skills to good use. You can make friends with anyone, so why not you...
I'll do my best.
You are very knowledgeable, despite my being in the tea industry for several...
You flatter me. It was nothing but a few humble musings.
How much tea have you drank since we've been gone?
Ipdak and I have found many a common interest. Our friendship, much like a cup of tea.
Well said, Mr. Zhongli. Gaming, Mr. Zhongli is very knowledgeable. You should take the opportunity to learn from people like him when you're in...
Huh?
Zhongli?
I have very much enjoyed our conversation, Ipdak, but I, unfortunately, have some unfinished funeral parlor business to attend.
Oh, I hope I didn't keep you. My apologies for taking up so much of your time, Mr. Zhongli. No...
It would be an...
We'll see you off, Zhongli. You two have a nice chat, alright? Thanks for helping us talk things through with Uncle Ip.
I have been around the both of you for some time now. As for my role in the conversation,
Why did you have us walk all this...
A friend approaches.
Hello.
Xiao! You're here too?
I've been here the whole time? A ghostly kite. Could that elusive Director Hu be coming to Wangshu Inn once again? What is she doing here? I suppose it matters not, given her relationship with Rick. It's you! I thought you were Director Hu.
Ah, your arrival is most fortuitous. Do you want to... The addition of the power source makes the takeoff more stable. It's just that...
He seems quite immersed in the study.
I fear it's almost too stable. It completely negates the pleasure of seeing one's kite sway with the... In truth, I'm here because Director Hu dispatched me to purchase some items in preparation for Lantern Rite.
I see. Much like she does every year. Much like she... Am I wrong? Or has she once again sent you out to buy... What is it, sesame oil or something?
While we're on the subject, I do wonder why she is so obsessed with using sesame oil in the preparation of mixed vegetable dishes for Lantern Rite. A recommendation from Xiangling, perhaps. What do you think, Xiao?
I've only met Director Hu a few times. I'm hardly the best person to ask.
Ah, and is that not a sign that you should visit Wangsheng Funeral Parlor more often? It wouldn't. This one here is a traditional kite, one without any equipped mechanical device. Director Hu tasked me with studying the differences between the two to determine which one is... Many hands make light work. Perhaps...
All right. I have made my If speed is what you're after, the
Wonderful. I'll leave these two kites with you. Perhaps you can find a few friends with which to partake in the activity.
Oh, wait.
Well, I would imagine someone of your...
So, you were testing out the kites for Hu Tao and even roped Xiao into doing it for you? Paimon didn't ask earlier because the situation was...
I would hardly say I roped Xiao into anything. I simply saw...
Seems like our pool of competitors is growing. Do you like kite flying, Xiao?
I suppose I neither like nor... Although, watching a kite gradually ascend into the sky does bring me a certain peace of mind. Perhaps they're a bit like Xiao lanterns in that way.
Kite flying is also a pleasant form of relaxation.
Have you ever thought about making a kite, Xiao? Cloud Retainer taught us how. We can teach you if you want.
There's no need. Menogias was the only Yaksha among us who... When Lantern Rite is over, come find me near Pervasi's temple if you have the time.
It's getting late. I should go inform Director Hu of...
How's she been, by the way? Be sure to say...
The last time I spoke to her, she mentioned that she would be visiting Chaoying Village in a few days. If you have the time, perhaps you could also...
We'll keep that in mind. Take care, Zhongli. See you later.
See you next time.
Coming. I don't have anything.
Then I'll go. I still don't want to leave Liyue Harbor.
Oh, I can't say I support that. Hey.
Sit, Shenhe, sit. You must be tired from your journey. Shall I pour you a cup of tea? Or would you prefer...
No need. I'm not tired. They're gone, Master.
Perfect. The time is nigh for us to make an appeal. Do you remember the plan when we're...
Yes, Master. We aim to give them a demonstration of familial love. So I'll have whatever you are having.
All right.
What are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe doing here? Just how many people are involved in this scheme?
Perfect. I just so happen to have bought some Sunglow tea recently. It's quite the delectable variety. Or it would be if one has not been forced to drink it every day in the hopes of whittling down one's considerable stash. One has more than had one's fill. Oh, forget it. Such thoughts to Has work been busy during the holiday season? Do you need my help with anything?
Drunk guests can sometimes cause trouble, but I deal with them as you taught me, by pinning...
Are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe serious?
Oh dear. While one was busy orchestrating this act, one seems to have forgotten what I meant to ask was...
You already know of my path. Recently, I've been conversing with Guoba in the kitchen at night. Guoba can't talk, but...
The poor child. Her one friend can't even talk. I guess... maybe Gaming is not doing so bad after all.
Let's move on, shall we? Do you have any plans for today, Shenhe? How about we do something fun?
That sounds about right. Take her to do something fun, and perhaps she'll loosen up.
Like we used to do when we would carry stones up and down the mountain from dawn until dusk, picking herbs to eat for dinner along the way.
Dad, here, have some tea. Or no, wait, let's not have any just yet.
Yeah. I simply can't listen to that any longer. Coming. I don't support your decision to stay in Liyue Harbor. If you come home, there will be people to help you. I'm not saying we have to live on your aunts, uncles. They'll all do what...
Huh. I didn't know dim sum was such an important
Shh. Just think about it. Okay? You don't have to decide now.
Dad really has changed a lot. But thank you, Dad.
It's been long enough, don't you think? Hope. Oh, they're drinking tea in silence. Hey, you two! Paimon's sorry we were gone for so long.
Perfect timing, actually.
Yep, let's go.
Coming has grown a lot taller, hasn't he?
You must be Mr. Ip! My name is Charlotte, and I'm a reporter from Fontaine. You can find me writing for this...
An interview?
I suppose you could think of it that way.
The Fontaine? Then I'll need some time to adequately...
Of course, of course! Please follow me.
Is this person also involved in your plan? And here I thought I had lots of connections.
Over here! Yoo-hoo! Over here!
Huh? What?
She probably wants to talk about the next phase of the plan.
I take it that all is going...
Don't worry, Shenyan. Everything is going according to plan.
I knew it. I knew that was all an act earlier. She was so determined to help me. She didn't even care about making herself and Shanka appear...
As for the next step...
Oh no!
What's wrong, Gummy?
Don't tell me you're the ones footing the bill for all that tea. I can't...
Fret not. Reimbursements will be made.
Exactly! Think of it more as an... And we pulled together the Mora so that Charlotte could place the order. She's gonna bring it back to the Steambird as a gift, as well as a sample of the regional specialty. Fontanians will probably fall in love with your dad's tea as soon as they lay their...
Oh, okay. Business-related matters always seem to go over my head, but
We can talk about such matters at a later date.
Yes. I've been thinking about it the whole way here. I have an idea, but I'd hate to cause even more...
That is for us to do.
Yeah, we're all friends here. Plus, we wouldn't be here...
Okay. Whew.
Got it. Just leave it to... Let's split up and make it happen. We need to do those things we talked about, but we also still have... Since Xiao already tested out those kites for us, why don't we also go buy one of those...
Welcome back! I see you Thanks to you, my daughter was able to build a kite with her grandmother that very same day.
Oh, you should really be thanking...
I'll be sure to.
And are you here to buy a kite?
Please, take your...
Oh, we already have a kite. We wanted to buy one of those...
Ah, yes. Here you go.
It doesn't feel right.
Well, nor would it feel right for me to take your Mora. Good luck in the kite flying competition.
All right, then. Thank you. Phew, it's done. Let's get down to business. Looks like we finished everything we needed to do. Let's find a good place and put this thing into the sky. Chi-Chi, we're almost there.
allow me.
The lantern rite is as festive as ever!
Huh? Oh, what's going on?
Did something happen?
What should we do? Oh, should we get the Millilith?
What's that? Have I taken that many pictures already? I need to load more film.
Wait, the wind.
Oh my gosh! Mommy, I want a big kite like that too! Do you see that kite way out in front? It's so beautiful!
Happy Lantern Rite. Happy Lantern Rite.
Darling's performance was so cool, Paimon almost wanted to join in! You saw that, right, Traveler?
Sure.
Let's go find him! Oh! He's over there! Talking to his dad!
I think I'll head off now, if that's okay.
Thank you, little girl. Do you want us to walk you back?
No need, no need. Master is waiting.
Son. I suppose.
Okay.
Your performance. I've seen
Wow. I never thought I'd...
You're serious about doing this professionally?
Absolutely. I know...
Then it doesn't matter. What I mean to say is, of course it'll be difficult. Really, when I was young, all I really want to say is, much like this kite.
Dad.
Son.
Son? Haven't heard that in a while.
I bet you're wondering what's gotten...
Well, a little bit.
Anyway, I know I've never found the chance to say this to me, Gaming. You've always been a great kid. All right, that's
Seeing the two of them talk things through like this really gives Paimon a sense of accomplishment.
Now go. Over there. Your friends are still...
Huh? But...
I'll be staying in Liyue Harbor for a bit longer. When you have time...
Dad!
Go.
Okay, then I'm off.
That's quite the smile you've got there, Gummy. It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
I'd like to find and thank Auntie Xinyun. If everyone has time, maybe go fly a kite.
Too powerful. Oh, Paimon almost forgot! Didn't Zhongli say Hu Tao was also planning on spending some time in Qiaoying Village? The mountain air is so refreshing! It makes Paimon feel like she could float around
told you that something good was going to happen during our travels today. I have to say, sometimes...
It's just your lucky day.
Are you guys also here to catch the festivities? Oh, and that reminds me.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite to you, too! Wait, if you're here for Lantern Rite, then what are you... And that voice we heard...
Oh, impressive. You could tell...
That or your voice is just really loud.
Well, of course it is. After all, I'm a boss.
Indeed.
Sure is! Having a loud voice is a hit. Wait. That wasn't even Paimon's. Paimon just wants to know why you two were shouting. There was something about almonds, maybe?
No, it's not a code. The words are...
Perhaps. But the act... That's just what mountain climbers do, right? After all the hard work it takes to make it to the top, as you stand on the summit looking out at the vast scenery, it's not easy to resist the urge to release those emotions. Exactly. You get me, partner. I was afraid that it would cause a disturbance, so I asked the locals around here, and they said it was fine. So, you see, it's not just me. I guess everyone shouts from the top of a mountain at some point in their life.
Speak for yourself.
When you're stressed, don't you ever just get the urge to do something for no reason?
Not really. If I have...
Oh, that's a pretty good way...
What I choose to hunt depends on my mood.
Huh?
Anyway, why don't you...
As long as Paimon has clothes on her back and food in her belly, Paimon doesn't think there's any stress that needs...
Oh, I bet you guys are just too... No need to be shy. Even Farina was shouting from...
Huh? Did Paimon hear that right?
Believe in your ears. It is indeed as you... Actually, the reason we climbed this mountain in the first place was also...
Yes, we could just about make out someone yelling things like, "Help me!" and "What should I do?" And what do you know? Miss Farina was standing right there, all red in the face. She...
that reminds me. I believe what she actually said was, "So help me."
So, you could actually hear what she was saying?
I figured we would come check out the situation either way. Why not let her keep some privacy?
Oh, seems like you caught Farina in the middle of some stress relief. She probably would have never thought... No, she definitely would have never thought she would run into anyone she knew.
I think so. We ran into Nervalet on the way here as well, but he was already on his...
What? Nervalet was here too? What was he doing here?
I think it just might have been, actually. But apparently he only stayed for half a day before heading back.
Nervalet is not the type to take much time off. Taking even a half day...
Didn't Charlotte publish an article on the Liyue tea industry recently?
My situation is completely different. I'm here because I was asked to accompany you.
You Fontanians and your tea drinking.
Oh, it's not for me. I lost a bet with Wriothesley, and now I have to buy him something. It was just a spur-of-the-moment sort of bet. Wriothesley gets really invested in that sort of thing. But he couldn't... You could give him mint plants that you plucked from the side of the road, and he...
If only he was that easygoing when it came to talking business. In any case, I'm pretty sure the tea you bought is this region's specialty. What is it called again? Nervalet. Yes, that's the one.
You didn't really buy 10...
Please, do I look like someone who would fall for that sort...
That reminds me. You guys said you only came up here because you heard my voice, right?
Oh, that's right. Who told? A few days ago, we heard that a friend was going to be in Chaoying Village.
Oh, dear. We've been chatting for quite some...
We should probably head out.
No need to stay on our account. We just got up here, so...
Go and meet your friend. We can be...
Sounds good. We're gonna head down. Chaoying Village is known for its tea, but you know what else they have with tea? Didn't Gaming say something about dim sum being eaten in the morning? Oh, well that's fine too. Now let's see what kind of Paimon's not seeing things, is she? Is that Farina standing between Zhongli? Wonder what they're talking about. Zhongli knows a lot of stuff. Maybe he's telling Farina about... Oh, or maybe Hu Tao is trying to rope Farina. Hey, this is... But Paimon could be convinced for the right price. Since Zhongli is there, it's decided then. Paimon votes for tour guide Zhongli. Alright, no time to waste. Let's go... Great, now Paimon check.
Oh, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Seems
That we were able to meet you both without
Huh? Oh, so both of you are acquainted with the Traveler and Paimon then? I'm pretty sure you didn't learn that one from me. I must admit, I'm a bit surprised to see you here, Traveler. But seeing as you're a hero who's been all over to that, it makes sense that you would be well-traveled and well-connected. Since we have found ourselves in each other's company within the...
It appears you have been to Fontaine, then. Given your proclivity to spread good deeds wherever you go, it's no surprise that you would make the acquaintance...
That's quite high praise. What I mean to say is, you flatter me, Mr. Zhongli. Although I've built up a certain following within Fontaine, it is I stand before you right now as nothing more than an ordinary traveler in search of beautiful scenery. There is definitely more to Mr. Zhongli than meets the eye. Given his breadth of knowledge on both academic and worldly matters, there's no way he hasn't heard. Is he just feigning ignorance for my benefit?
No. Yeah. You're no common tourist. I simply won't have you talk about yourself that way.
Oh, does that mean Hu Tao also know?
You may not have heard, friends, but...
Miss Hu Tao.
Miss Farina is now one of my esteemed clients.
Okay, you win. Guess Paimon will have to break into the hidden stash at the bottom of her shoe.
What's this about winning something?
Don't tell me. You two were placing bets on us.
We just saw you guys standing on the side of the road.
Oh, I see. That means you, my friend, must have guessed that I was trying to promote my... That I do, my friend. What was Paimon's guess then?
Paimon thought Zhongli was showing the newbie around.
By newbie, you mean me, right?
If that's the case, then Paimon's...
Oh, that's right. Mr. Zhong...
Ha! You see? Since both of our guesses were right... Hey, don't be upset, How about this? You buy Paimon a bowl, and Paimon will also buy you a bowl.
Since I was the subject of the bet, perhaps it should go to me? You know, as a congratulations for the huge... I was just joking. Anyway, I should be the one treating you. The funeral parlor is about to bring in...
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask about the most... Did I...
Huh? What do you...
Well, you know...
Oh, well...
Really? Paimon is so sorry for your loss. Although Paimon may...
Whoa, it's not like that, Paimon.
Huh? But Paimon just thought... Since you had...
Really, Paimon, it's not like you don't know me. Do I look like I know anyone who would ask... Miss Hu Tao is simply helping prepare some... Not too long ago, I read a collection of horror stories from Liyue. The content was spectacular. In fact, Anyway, that's not the point. Now that Fontaine's biggest star has returned to the stage, I figured it's about time we... Hey! That's pretty good!
Oh, Paimon, see... So, did you come to Liyue just to enlist the services?
Well, not... My original plan was to just relax and enjoy the sights. But then I ran into...
It was a fated meeting indeed.
Zhongli sure loves his lofty turns of phrase. But if you ask me, it's all thanks to that man who
Oh? Who?
It's someone you know. Wanna take a guess? What? How did you guess that on your first try?
Very impressive, my friend. Your guessing game is...
Huh. Paimon never thought Neuvillette would...
I'm sure he didn't get lost. Even He was already getting ready to leave by the time I arrived. He just wanted to ask someone about the quickest way.
Yup, that's exactly what he asked. This area is full of mountains and rivers. It's normal to not know the fastest route.
So, were you the one that pointed him in the...
Of course. I'm also a guide of sorts, you know. So naturally, I also... But, speaking of your friend...
What about him?
He doesn't get out much, does he? Ah, no wonder. He was stiff as a board and way too polite. I would have never guessed he was here on vacation if you hadn't told me.
All in all, he was only here for half a day. I'm pretty sure he is the only one who...
Oh? This gentleman you speak of must keep a demanding schedule.
I'm sure he does. You didn't see him, but he was dressed like he was about to attend some important meeting.
Is that so?
Wait, you didn't see him, Zhongli?
Unfortunately, no. At the time, it appeared as if Director Hu and Miss Farina were having quite the productive conversation. I know matters of business can take much discussion, so I decided to fetch some tea for them.
What a shame. That gentleman seemed like a sophisticated sort of guy.
Is that so? To borrow Miss Farina's turn of phrase, perhaps it just wasn't meant to be.
Well, with the traveler around,
That's right. He's got more friends than he knows what to do with.
Well, that's certainly true. Oh, that reminds me. If you get just tell him the Palais Mermonia isn't going to fall apart if he disappears for a few... Even clams open their shells to let in fresh water every once in a while. If he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request. He'd, have to...
Seems like this gentleman is also in charge of something pretty important. I've never heard of a deep... In my experience, a leader needs to be able to roll with the punches. It seems like your friend still has a lot of growing to do.
If I remember correctly, he's already several thousand... you're quite right, Miss Huta.
Oh? Traveler, Miss Farina. Those two individuals over there...
Oh, it's Navia and Clarand. Hey, over here!
We saw you all chatting over here, and we're wondering if we could join in.
So, no apologies necessary. Any friend...
Ah, straight to the point. It's getting late. If we want to catch a boat back before dark, we should probably get going.
Indeed. Then, Miss Farina.
Oh,
when are you planning to head back?
Oh, I mean, you're not my subordinate anymore.
I didn't mean... It's normal for friends to travel home together if they...
There are a lot of mountainous roads in this area.
Exactly. Just like in those ghosts, 8 paths converge in a wood. Beside them, an old house is stood. If you dare to go inside. But if you take a closer look, there may be something you mistook. A candle flickers to and fro.
My dear demoiselles, ladies, no, I mean friends.
Of course.
Gotta say, Farina, you are... By the way, did I hear you mention that Clorand used to work? Then you must have also been a leader at some...
Well, that's... Besides, being a leader is... I prefer how things are now. I can come...
I see. Well, you've certainly picked an apt place to relax.
Only the best. Thank you so much, Miss Hutao, and...
It's fine. The next time you're in this neck of the woods, I'll...
Dim sum. Is that some kind...
They are a part of it. It's basically a table full of as much tea, sweets, and...
Oh, so it's basically a...
Make sure to order the winter melon cake and the lotus flower crisp. There's...
Ooh, okay.
Wait, but didn't you guys say you were here on vacation? How come you're all going home empty-handed?
Of course I am. I bought tons of fun things to bring home with me. A kite, a parasol, a little tin frog that jumped. Clorand is the one who didn't buy anything for herself.
So all you're bringing back with you is that...
And some tea-flavored hard candies. They're for...
Clorand isn't much of a shopaholic.
Well, one of us has to practice restraint.
Hey, I'm hardly reckless with my Mora. I'll have you know, all the...
Me? Oh, well, I bought some tea, of course. Other than that, just some bits and bobs. They should all be things I can use.
Now Paimon's even more... If you bought that much stuff, where did it all go? Into one...
Oh, actually...
Monsieur Neuvillette took them with him.
Oh, so that's what happened. Wait, what? Why did he take them?
That's quite... Monsieur Neuvillette just saw the amount of bags we had, and I felt a bit bad at first, but,
He even offered to deliver my gifts to the Fortress of Maripede for me, once he's done with the day's work. Neuvillette is a man of his word. If he says he can do something, then he means it.
See, even Clorand was happy to take him up on his... If even his trusty subordinate agreed, then who was I to refuse?
Wow, he seems like a real gentleman. If only the funeral parlor had an employee as thoughtful, proactive, and Right, Zhongli?
Indeed.
Clorand said Neuvillette offered to deliver her gifts to Risley. So if we go to the entrance of the Fortress of Maripede, maybe we'll run into Neuvillette. But we don't know exactly when he'll show up.
Drinking tea, listening to opera. This is the life. Oh, that reminds me. A new year of... If there's anything you want to talk about,
Does the director
It just seemed like you were a bit preoccupied today, and much less talkative than you... If you ask me, I'd say you're having a midlife...
Is that so?
Ugh.
Given its distance from the city, Chaoying, surrounded by such peace and tranquility, I apologize for making you worry.
What do you think, Traveler? Is this atmosphere put... Wow, you are getting really...
Indeed.
Oh, that reminds me. And if there's anything...
Does the director...
It just seemed... If you ask me...
Is that... s-
Ugh.
Given its distance from... Surrounded by... I apologize for...
What do you think, Traveler? Is this atmosphere putting you in a lazy mood, too? Wow, you are...
Indeed.
It's you. It has been some time since our few people frequent this location. Since I was able to conclude...
You call this early? Do you always work this late?
Strictly speaking, that depends on the agenda for... I am hardly bereft of time, however, so working late is of little consequence to me.
Really? If you have so much time on your hands, then why did you only go to Chaoying?
First, I should clarify that I was referring to my lifespan, rather than the time at my disposal on any given day. Second, I was unaware you possessed knowledge of... I see. Thank you for informing me. Yes, they have been safe...
I have to hand it to Cloran. Just a simple gift delivery, and she has the great and mighty Udex at her beck and call.
I was just passing through. It was merely an act of convenience.
All right. Then I hereby confirm receipt of the goods on behalf of the staff.
A verbal receipt of confirmation? Is such a...
Guess not. This quantity of tea, though, seems a little excessive for a gift, don't you?
Ah, about that. Much of that is my own excess, I'm afraid.
Oh? Why?
It was buy 10 boxes, get half off.
Ah, that explains it then. Well, go ahead and leave them to me. I'll get through this stash as fast as I can.
You have my thanks. Oh, there's something else I'd like to give to you.
This is a stone slate.
Well, that is an apt description. It is
a legal codex, huh?
Before the advent of modern writing utensils, information was recorded on stone.
Oh.
Since ancient times, the scales of justice have symbolized the... As a tribute to that sentiment, this slate was designed after a tradition. During my travels recently, I chanced upon a roadside stall offering tourists... We joked with Cloran some time ago about gifting you a legal codex.
Ah, so that's what...
I did not expect you to remember it as well. In any case, I hope this can be considered as a reason.
It is a very good attempt. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Even your sense of humor centers around... A gift of this significance deserves to be put on display, and I know...
Ah, surely there's no need for...
Just kidding. I don't have anything like a showroom. But we do have a storage room.
That sounds good to me.
So that's what you were doing in...
Indeed. Of course, while I was there, the aftertaste is much purer than what I have delivered to me in Fontaine. It stands to reason that the long distance... If you want to experience the true flavor, you simply have to go to the source. Perhaps I should organize some time off to do the same. Then we are of the same mind.
If you say so, but after all, you're hardly...
You're quite right. I suppose I suffer not from a lack of opportunity. However, after reading a few articles about Li Wei's holiday, seeing as I was free of responsibilities for the morning, I decided to depart at once. Refreshing. Take, for example, my foray into ceramics. At first, in the past, I never thought about how quotidian vessels were crafted. This is also...
That's a ladle? Paimon thought it was supposed...
That was indeed one of my inspirations. Really? You like it? To tell you the truth, given your around such an important holiday such as this, but I'm afraid this is all I can offer. If you'll have it, that is precisely why it would do me such a great honor if you accepted. You are most welcome. Happy Lent. Approval. That sounds like it could easily lead to a vicious cycle of but I suppose my proclivity to refrain from personal outings does in part originate. But now I see that the human world is indeed full of...
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.